Yo, what's up everybody? Robot Vice here, and today I'm bringing you another episode of the first 10 minutes. And in this episode, I'm going to be playing a hero you guys probably haven't seen me play much before. I will say I did end up losing this game, but it was for reasons out of my control, and I tried my very best, and you'll see how well this first 10 minutes really went for this Abaddon and I. So, I'm playing Shadow Shaman. I just buy a Null Talisman and a set of Tangos off the start. He happened to be a bonus hero as well, so that kind of made me want to play him a little bit more. So I got a bonus Mango off the start, and I've got this new Immortal, so I'm ready to go. I'm just chilling. This PL starts to get some good harass on me, and I don't really want to trade with him because I know he has a shield. So we end up securing these runes, but here comes the CM, and she's just spamming her spells. And I still haven't skilled up a spell yet, but I want to very soon. I get shielded up here. I just skill my Ether Shock. It does 140 damage on one target at level 1 on a 14-second cooldown for 95 mana. And Shadow Shaman has a bunch of intelligence, and with the Null Talisman I have even more. So I get first blood on the Crystal Maiden. I decided to just buy a stick right away. I should have probably bought the stick at the side shop here, but I just bought a full magic wand at base. And I got that because PL is going to be spamming Lances and CM is going to be spamming her Nova. So I'm just sitting in the trees here because I'm kind of low. I'm tangoing up. But you can see how much damage this Fork Lightning does. And with the Null Talisman as well, I just have so much damage off the start. So I just walk up here. Ether Shock, I don't know what it's called. So it's definitely a hero you don't see me play very often, but he's definitely a hero I think I want to start playing more. Because I think he's really strong in the lane, and that's what this meta is all about right now. And I'm really kind of digging him after this game. You know, I ended up losing this game, but I was pretty happy with how I played. So I ended up just TPing out here, barely get out after the Crystal Nova and the Lance from PL. So I grab up my stick and another Clarity, or 2 Clarities. I'm out of Tangos, but I'm still level 1, which is a bit of a problem. Just because I really want to get level 3 ASAP so I can contest these heroes on their team. But I'm just running back to the lane right now.
Questionable at the best.
And I'll tell you what happened this game is our Dazzle was just non-stop feeding in the top lane. And this bottom lane went amazingly well. We're playing against a Techies too, and the Techies just ended up owning this Techies Pudge lane because this Dazzle, I was playing with my friend Step Tornetta, and he said this Dazzle was just something else. He couldn't believe it. The Dazzle went like a headdress first item with no boots. We had no wards on the map. It was pretty terrible. So we find the Crystal Maiden here. I'm level 2 now, so Ether Shock into Shackles. I get the last click on her. She goes down. And I'm kind of waiting. Abaddon's manning up onto this PL, and I'm trying to help him out. So I shock and then shackle. Abba goes down, and Abba brings out the Courier and gets it killed right here because he flew it out and it came down and around. So I'm not sure exactly what he was thinking, but that was really bad for us because our Ember Spirit really needed his bottle. And I think that actually cost him the mid lane. Just because of that instance right there. And the Abba was trying to deflect the blame from himself, and it was just a disaster. Like, our 3 teammates really were just not up to snuff, to say the least. I think I end up dying here, but I'm just trying to get some XP. This Ether Shock was super greedy of me. And the Crystal Nova gives vision in the trees in the fog of war, so they find vision of me with that and they just kill me, and it sucks because I used my TP, so now I have to walk all the way back. So I decided to buy a Windlace just to get me back a little bit faster. So 20 movement speed, it makes me get back to lane a little bit faster, and I noticed that this lane was pushing, so I wanted to make it back as soon as possible, but the Abba ends up bringing it into the tower, so I get nothing. Feels bad, man. You see here, it's just not pretty. Dazzle's already 0 and 3 at 4 minutes. You can see he just has like a ring of regen, and I'll show you his items at 10 minutes just so you know. They can't believe this was actually a ranked match. So I just see PL run up a little bit. I start shackling. The PL was really not that great either. He got carried pretty hard by this Pudge Techies SF. I mean, he ended up doing pretty well later, but you could just tell his decision making was not too hot. So we realized that they were polling. I'm trying to do a poll here on the side, but it's pretty tough at nighttime because it's harder, and I end up doing it a little bit late. So I missed the poll, but I end up stacking it. And I'm just sitting over here. CPL's using a Clarity. I get level 2 Ether Shock, and now it's outputting 200 damage on 3 targets, which is just incredibly valuable in this meta. I actually dodged this Crystal Nova, which was pretty clutch for me. Abba hits me with the shield, good man. And I'm ready to go in. I'm not fearing these guys at all. So PL walks up, just hit another Ether Shock. They push up a little bit here, so I just walk back up and start shackling them. And you can see that the cooldown gets reduced. So shield pops here, and I just Ether Shock and I kill this guy. I'm not, like I said, the PL is definitely an interesting character. I get the shackle onto the CM, she ends up sticking. Abba gets the final hit. I Clarity up by some boots of speed. And this lane's going really, really well for us. Abba's second highest net worth on our team, and I'm a higher net worth than our Ember Spirit. Abba's going back to base, so I'm just taking advantage of getting some XP. This was greedy of me, but I really wanted that catapult kill. And the PL actually just dives me. I just turn around, Ether Shock, and I have 3 stick charges if I can make it, and turn around and shackle him under the tier 2. So that's what I do. Use my stick and I shackle him, but it's not long enough. He gets the lance off into the stick, but he dies to the tier 2 tower. So I paused. I was like, are you serious, man? Like, I guess that's kind of worth it. And I said, are you real human? I just can't believe like he would give up all of that farm in the bottom lane just to dive a Shadow Shaman under the tower. And yeah, it looks a little BM, but I was just mind blown that really just happened. I guess it worked. If it was a psychological tactic on his part, it worked because I was tripping. Abaddon TP's mid with me, and I'm like, what are you doing? I don't understand why he left this bottom lane. This was really bad for us. You can see the score, despite our lane going incredibly well, the score is 8-5, and our Dazzle is 0-4. Ember lost mid, but I don't really blame him because he got the courier. Abaddon killed the courier. So he was in trouble. I see we have a catapult wave, so I just start shoving the lane. I'm taking some CS here just because he ends up getting them all, but that's because he has a shield and phase boots, so say what you want. We end up pushing down this tower with the catapult. Additionally, we have the Abba Aura. And I'm like telling Abaddon that we can just push this tower, like stay on this, tank this, let's get this. So we're trying to keep our catapult alive. The lane pushes in, and this is what's super good, guys. If you don't understand about keeping the catapult alive under the tower will aggro creeps and heroes before it aggroes the catapult. And the catapult is key for pushing towers. So I'm even tanking the tower here. I don't care. I end up shackling up the PL, hit him with a shock. He doppels, we get the tower, and I'm running up to shackle him. And for some reason the CM freezes the Abaddon, which just blew my mind that she didn't cancel my shackle, but she didn't. So we get an auto, and Abba's gonna run her down. And you'd think, wow, this lane is going incredibly well. Like, me and Abba are both a higher net worth than the Phantom Lancer. And this game's just going super well. I'm 5-2-2. I helped push down the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane before 10 minutes. But it just doesn't matter. Some games are just literally out of your control, guys, and you need to understand that. That there's like some games that no matter how well you do or how much you do for the team, it just doesn't matter. I ended up buying all kinds of wards and sentry wards in the late game because Shadow Fiend went first item Shadow Blade, and when they had a Techies. And our Dazzle was just like, look at this. Look at his items, 9 minutes in. He just has a headdress. And what he ends up going is a mechanism into an Eon Disc. So he just has these wonky items, and their SF's level 9 and our Ember Spirit is level 6. So the mid lane was an absolute disaster, and the top lane was decent. It was good. My Juggernaut was doing really well, but that's my friend who I know is a good player. But our Dazzle was just hardcore feeding. So I'm trying to set up a gank mid here. It's now 10 minutes, but I'll just show you how this went down. Not well at all. Pudge got level 6. I ended up just dropping the wards down. I tried to ward trap him. I think I missed it. Yeah, he ends up getting through. He ends up denying himself too. So close to being able to kill him. And that's really it, guys. So, you know, I played a really great game in the first 10 minutes. Not saying like these don't mention. I almost won us the game by buying a refresher and a Shadow Blade and going into their base, and I took their tier 4s before they got back. But it just wasn't enough to win this game. And this is like a good example, guys, of like, I'm not always just going to upload games that I win. Because that's not how Dota works. You don't win every single game. And that's not how it is. But I just wanted to show you guys the power of Shadow Shaman as a position 4 in a dual offlane scenario. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This has been another episode of the first 10 minutes. And make sure to subscribe, like the video. I really want to hit 5,000 subscribers. It's a huge goal for me if we can reach it. So tell your friends if they want to learn position 4, and tell them to watch the first 10 minute series. And I will be back soon with another episode and another video for the channel. Thanks for watching, everybody. This has been Robot Vice. Peace.